Hi, it's Galen Moore, CEO and founder of Token Report, and I'm here to walk you through some of the features of our minimum viable product, Token Clarity. Token Clarity is a message-based interface with our database. It lives inside Telegram, and when you sign up for it, one of the first things you'll see is this help page, which you can get anytime by typing the command help. So one of the next things you're likely to see is an alert. We send an alert to all our users every time we list a new ICO, and that happens about 4 or 5 times a day. So with the flood of new tokenizations around the world, it's our goal to make sure that our users don't miss any that they would otherwise want to invest in. So what happens when you see an alert on a new ICO? What can you do? Let's take an example of one that came up today, a project called Librium. They're doing a peer-to-peer marketplace for freelance work. And their ICO opens in December. So this is all the basic information you might want to know about a project like Librium. When does it open? When does it close? What is the hard cap that they're looking to raise? Links to their white paper and to their website make it easy to find out a little more. And what is this? The risk tier. We assign a risk score to projects that we think are of high interest. We take a look at some very basic metrics in a very objective and very clear risk score. Let's take a look at what that looks like with the risk breakdown button, which is here. So one of the first categories is regulatory risk. How likely is this token to be regulated as a security, which, if that were to happen, might reduce access and liquidity on the secondary markets. So these are some basic Howey test type of factors. Have they acquired an ENS domain to protect buyers in the token sale? Do they have a cap on their token supply to protect investors against inflation? Does the project have an active open source code repository? Are they letting us look under the hood at what they're building? And is this a new product category, one where there's nothing analogous in the market and the founders are going to have to explain it to every customer and every investor that they recruit? Finally, have they taken outside investment? Can this team sell? Have they shown they can sell this project to angel investors or venture capitalists? And then last, how many years experience do they have in the field that they're operating in? So for a project like this, I would want to see that you had experience in job boards, job listings, peer-to-peer marketplaces, projects like that. Web development, mobile development experience may not be enough to succeed in the industry that you're operating in. So that's the entire risk score, and you can see that for any project. What you can also get is a look at what are some of the other projects in the market that are operating at the same time. So coming out soon, out now, closed previously. Similar comparable projects that you might want to also consider or weigh against the ICO that you're looking at now. So here are a few that are similar to Librium. There are about 4 pages of results here, so you can see that it's a fairly healthy level of activity in this category of sort of human resources and talent sourcing and the like. Okay, so we've seen the comparables, we've seen the risk score. Let's take a look at another way to get into a project besides via an alert. So let's say you want to find out about projects in a specific industry or related to a specific keyword. I'm going to type in telecom because telecom was in the news today with a bond sell-off in the telecom sector. So here are some of the projects that have either closed recently or are open today or even have canceled in the telecom sector. You can see there's 3 pages of results here, telecom related projects. Here's one that's upcoming soon, so let's take a look. SMS Chain is the name. So now on projects that draw a significant amount of user interest, we go a little bit further than the risk breakdown, and we provide what we call a one sheet. So let's click on that and find out about the one sheet. The one sheet is as you might imagine, 1-page summary designed to give you a very good overview of what this project is and what it does. It's no substitute for reading the white paper or asking questions of the team, but it will give you that signal of, is this project the kind of project I might want to ask questions of the team and go into reading the entire white paper. So we give you a pretty basic summary of what it does, We tell you, again, the risk score that we assign, some of the basics about it, what protocol is it on, what's their hard cap. And then we're going to compare it to other projects based on the amount of funding they're trying to raise. So when you look in telecom, this isn't the blockbuster category like blockchain infrastructure. There are no Tezoses or EOSs in telecom. The largest project to close to date raised $15 million. That was a project called Air Token. And so when compared to that, what otherwise might appear to be a reasonable hard cap actually starts to look pretty high. SMS Chain is looking to raise the equivalent of $33.1 million. That's more than double the most raised by any telecom project to date. So here we learn a little more about the risk summary. Why do we score it the way we do? And what are some of the factors that go into that? We get to meet the team, learn a little bit about them. And we also learn about discounts that are offered to private sale buyers or pre-sale buyers. Pricing and liquidity summary tells us a little bit about the supply of the coin, how they're pricing it, how much of it are they issuing, how much are they holding, and then some buying instructions for the user. If you decide this is a coin you want to go and buy, we will provide a reliable place to go and find the information you need to get the token on the day of the ICO. So that's the one sheet. Let's go back to alerts for a moment because there's another category of alerts that I want to talk about. One of the things that we do, if you click this button, follow, and follow a project, that means you will start getting alerts anytime anything changes about that project. So if they make a change to their team, a team member leaves, they add a paragraph to their white paper, we're tracking that on a daily basis and we will send you an alert to let you know. So I'm going to pull up a project that I know had a couple of interesting ones. This is a project called PayPi. They were doing credit ratings for peer-to-peer lending. Super interesting project. They closed in October, and I think we still don't know exactly how much they raised, but let's go back and see about some of the updates that we posted about PayPi because some interesting things happened during the run-up to their ICO. So Anthony Diorio, who most people know from the Ethereum project, was on the advisory board of this project, which is a great coup for PayPi. But at some point, he was listed as a team member, a member of the operating team of the company, and then was quietly moved from that page to the advisor page of the website. So that was something that we didn't miss, and we did send out an alert related to that. Then later on, as the ICO got closer, maybe just a couple of days before the ICO, the team section was removed entirely from PayPi's website. That was an interesting development. I'm not sure I'd seen anything quite like that before. So we're not drawing any conclusions about what that means, but we certainly think that that's the kind of thing an investor would want to know about heading into an ICO. And one of the problems that ICOs have really suffered from is lack of transparency. Teams either are hiding facts from their investors or they maybe don't know exactly what they should be disclosing and shouldn't. We solve that problem by making sure that if there's something that an investor might deem material, that we put it in front of the investors who are following it on our platform. So that's the replay alerts feature and the follow feature, which allows you to keep in touch with the projects that you're following. There's one more feature I want to show you, and that is the request feature. So this is what our users in the private beta are using to let us know what they want to see, what they have a problem with, questions, etc. So I'll type one in right now. How about ROI on every ICO, period. So there you have it. That's Token Clarity in a nutshell. My name's Galen. If you have any questions about our project or our product, you can reach me via email, galen@tokenreport.com. I'm on Telegram at Galen Moore. Look forward to talking with you soon. Thank you.